What's going on? It says vanilla on it. But is it vanilla? Am I vanilla? Or is that vanilla? What's vanilla? What's white? You want to see something that has to do with white? White and black. Funny how the black in your eye can see out, eh? It's a window. Zzz. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. We are, in French, un tiers de un quart, which means we are 1/3 of 1/4. In English is what it means, 1/3, 1/4. What is 1/3 of a quarter? Another way of saying this is we are one whole, and we are 1/4 of the light inside the triangle of who is man. We are a sperm that connected to the egg, and they built the web up here for your brain to get all those vibrations that you need to send out to the rest of your body. Your heart pumps out the new information that comes in. Did you see Jesus in the Da Vinci Code on this angle? The spirit is coming in through the ear. The spirit is going out the other ear. When you die, you lose what, 7 grams? What is 7 grams? 7 times 4 is 28. That's 28 grams. You got an ounce. 28 grams, you got an ounce. Number 74 is the middle of 36 numbers inside the tic-tac-toe. 74 is the number of Jesus. 24 by 74 is 1776. 7 and 4 is 11. Spirit angel of man. Well, how come we can't use it here in the spirit angel of man? Because you can't. That's the 7 card, that's the 4. One is in the lower section, one is in the higher section. Hold on a second. This one, when we start from go, we end up on 10% of the mind. This one, we end up on the oriental, our body. But this one is the 7th position. This one is the 4th roll of the dice. So can I mix the two together? We are of the light. In this world, we split apart. One part that goes on the spirit side, one part that stays on the soul side, one part that goes through the ground and comes up through the bottom because we are born from the earth and we pick up the earth element, the soul, and the other part is the light that comes down inside the matrix, inside this world, which is cobwebbed on the other side. Like I told you, it's 2 C's inside each other. So, what do I believe happens? First of all, we're not really here. That little worm is here. We came down here and we're the light, we're an energy, so we feel like we're here. But we're constantly going away. When we sleep, we have dreams. Because our bodies are split apart. We're here and we're there. We're always connected because we're always alive. The minute the body wakes up, the spirit is back alive. And the body goes to sleep. But the body's so tired, it doesn't pay any attention to it. When we die, the 28 grams, 1 ounce, you want to buy a little weed? 3.5 grams, 3 by 5, 3 plus 5, equals 8 and 15, which is the egg and H for heaven, ho, 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 WWW, or number 23, which to attend world is 78, which is the letters G and H, God's heaven, the silent ones that fit into the word of 8, EIGHT, talking fast. There's a lot. If you were sitting right here beside me and I was writing it out and you were following me, it's very easy. But when you start naming off numbers, get yourself a pen and a paper. And what's so beautiful about this is you can stop it, write down what you don't understand, send me a comment, ask me and question me. I'll do another video, or I'll type to you exactly what it is. I do not have a lot of viewers, which is good, but if I did have a lot of viewers, then there's a chance I'm explaining it better. You see the way it works? If I have a lot of viewers, maybe more of them are understanding. Maybe somebody can help me explain certain things that I don't have time to explain. I don't know. Right now, I'm going on the wing. So what do I believe about the light? I believe that when you die, the weight comes off of you because that energy, the quarter light that you need, is a force on you in your body, forcing you inside the gravitational pull and giving you the extra grams. When the energy goes out, you cut off your butt end releases because it goes in your mouth and out your ass. Well, how do you think you fart? Where does the air come from in your fart? Where does it come from? Your nose? Your mouth? Your ears? Certainly doesn't go up your dick. So when you die, this is cut off from this matrix on this angle. Well, the horses, you know, horses on their table that hold things up, aces, that's how things are held up. That's the angle of it. The 22.5 or the 45-degree angle. The 90-degree angle, which I guess is the angle of night. Can't be 90 degrees, would be impossible, because then you'd be able to see part of the day. So after that, when we die, we end up in another celestial world inside another body. But we're already inside another body. We are in the light energy. We are a constant U energy. That's why they call us U, because it goes down and goes back up. It's circulate. It's eternal, because it keeps getting transferred. For as long as you live, that will be an eternal light. Eternity, that is eternity. The light is eternal. The system of this universe makes it that way. It doesn't mean you're going to live forever. But I still vision that we are in a matrix cobweb, that we are alive. It's a block or it's a cylinder. And we go around, we put a point on the ship. Just put a point on the frontier and we can go, we can travel like this. Put a little beak, like a bird's beak, and we can cut through the wind. So this is what we can be. But you know what? Right now, we have to make a stop. So we had an octagon. Maybe inside, now what is my hat? It's funny the way one ear is going up and one ear is going down. Is it because of the energy? Which part of it? Now I got them go up. Now it's, hey, cowboys and Indians, I got an octagon on my head. I put together octagons. I put together the Pontiac sign, which is a 3-point star, which creates other stars when you put more than one Pontiac sign. The same Pontiac sign you see on the Pontiac cars. Don't start anything out from a circle this big. Start it out from a circle this big. Then when you put your points from out here, we'll see all these points, but we won't see the size in the center. If you put them too much to the center, you won't be able to put as many points. And what's in the center over here is the void. Do you understand? This center over here, the passage of the earth to coming in our earth, this is all lost, but it's lost inside the earth and around the earth. Don't forget, there's 3 parts. First, you're a fish and you're in the water. Now you're a groundhog, you're underneath the ground. You're a beaver, you're under the water, and you're living over the top of the water. You're a bear, you're living inside a cave, but you're walking on the ground. You're a human being, you're walking on the ground, but doing terrible business. Or you're a bird and you're flying in the sky. Those are the 3 major parts of life. And we're not going to start going, if you're a penguin, you're going to be there. And if you're a walrus, you're going to be there. And if you're a moose, you're going to be there. Wait a second. If you're a moose, oh, that's on the 25 cents. Okay. It's a quarter, 25. It's in the middle. It's 1/4 of a dollar. So right away, I'm saying the quarter that I was talking about before is now worth 25. But if I was calculating it in time, it would be 15 seconds. So I went from 25 to 15, and I got the same quarter. Now if I cut 15 in half, I got 7.5, which is G and E, and backwards it says egg. I got an electronic egg. Wow, how things do go together. Anyways, back off the painting. Not to back off the painting, but to back off. And like I just got a message from Jack Emery. Hey, Jack. And he wrote to me, because I wrote art, and he wrote he art. H-E-A-R-T, heart. You know, if you take the H off the heart and put it to the back, where the heart is, where the T is, you now have earth. Or take off the TH, because it's time, heaven, and you have the ear, because it passes through the ear. Electronic angel resident in the passage of time heaven under the SNS of spirit and soul, living in the creation world of beta and delta, which is the 2 sides of the cube of the 4 corners, making 8, which count in 8 directions. But when you use this on a cube, Not only will you use the 8 directions, but you will now split everything in between, and eventually, if I make it large enough, we end up with the game of chess. Dr. Gene Rain mentioned about 32 and 96 and 24. He's absolutely right. It's 24 pennies and 24 pennies and 24 pennies, or is it one scenario, 24 pennies, one scenario, 25 pennies, one scenario, 26 pennies? He was saying 3/4, you can't break up a quarter. Well, unless you got, you can't break up a whole quarter, but if you got 5 pennies, 3 nickels and a dime, you got a sailboat, a beaver, and you got a maple leaf. You got copper and silver, and you got 25 cents total. Don't forget, inside these numbers I was just speaking about, inside 15, it's 6/4 to make $1.50. Inside of 5, which is the center, to break up 4 corners, you have 1.25 value plus the center dot that's inside of it. The sectional value is 1.25 plus the dot as they all pass over each other, breaking up the square. Unless I make another square. But then I'm going to have to make another line. And every time I make a line, I have to make another line because I have to be inside the other line or I got nothing behind me. Take off all my skin, I got a backbone. I put skin on the front, I put skin on the back. Although my back is straight, my front's a little bumpy. It's the opposite. Can you wear your back on your face? Absolutely. Anyways, so he was talking about this, and this is the thing about chess. If my way of looking at things is corrected, instead of going to matrix time or metric time of 16 hours or 15 hours a day, I'm going to take the 24 hours a day and say there's 32 hours a day. 4 times 8 equals 32. 4 and 8 is 12. 12 and 32 equals 44. SPACE equals 44. It means space. The empty space, the 45th, is what connects the two sides. Once you don't have the 45th, you can move it from here to here. There's always a 1-minute movement. That's free. And that's the seconds that go around. That's the freedom of the movement. So 32 hours. So if I take away hold on a second. If I take away 25% of 32 hours, is that 8 hours? Now we're left with a 24-hour day. But we're still losing 8 hours. And we're losing that hours to the travel of our mind. For the 1/4 of our mind, we lose 8 hours. We're running a 24-hour day, and there should be 32 hours. 3 days of 32 hours, which is Trinity. 3 by 32 is 96 hours. Now we got 4 under $1. Because we're working all in 4s, to see if it works out, we put 4 on the 96. We got 100. So now the result is fine. So Dr. John Wright does, I see what he's doing. I understand it. Okay? Certain things I don't understand because he just keeps turning around. But I have to grasp only what I need to grasp and what I don't grasp well. And he is a smart guy, but I don't believe in pounding people into the ground unless I was ordered to be an Army sergeant of some sort. I was once running a bunch of employees, and I tell all the employees all the time, this is the way it works, and I can't change it. In order for me to be good with everybody, everybody's got to be good with the system. Because when you're in a system on this earth, in a room, a family, or whatever it is, if you don't run by the system of love, which means communication, everything eventually will break down and not work. Although you might come back to love and communicate again, it's just a sore thumb and a nail in the coffin for how long you felt bad that it had to come to that point till it had to come all around again and we love each other again. Thank God for reflection. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you.